Hey guys, so this is the last part in this series of World Designed to Live in Sin. Please check out other videos too, where I'm talking about very important things and also other sins that I will not be covering in this video. And without further ado, I will just continue what I was talking about here, okay? So in this video, I want to focus on gluttony, which is also a deadly sin. And yes, this is something that is actually normalized in our society as well. I'm not saying that, of course, there are, people who have got into this unfortunate situation with overeating, and a lot of the times it's psychological, things that push us into overeating or undereating as well, but that's a little bit on the side to what I want to focus on today. But it's just generally, our eating habits, our food, not addiction, but just the way we see food, the way it was influenced, the way we were influenced to see food and eating. And right now there's so much variety of all kinds of foods, and it's like you want to try this, you want to try this, you want to eat this, then there's all these channels that teach you how to cook things, and so you want to try more, do more, eat more, and you fall into this kind of an addiction. And now this may sound like it's normal, however, it's actually also not healthy, because well, yes, it's true, there are unhealthy foods as well, so like junk food, fast food and oily foods, and there's so many opinions as well of what's important for us, what we need to eat, what's healthy, what's unhealthy. And as much as part of it is true, but it's also if we go back to God's word, fasting is something actually what we need to be doing. Fasting is not talked about much. Fasting is not seen as a necessity. Fasting is not seen as normal, and a lot of the time it's actually seen as extreme, thing to do, when in reality it's actually very healthy on many, many levels. So first of all, it's healthy because this is how your body can rest and regenerate, and you will literally see how when you fast, how your body can just get rid of all the toxins and purify and get fresh. You will look younger than your age, and there's just so much benefit to it. You will feel so much energy, but most importantly, it has a spiritual reason to it, right? It's fasting brings us closer to God, because we get out of flesh into the spirit, and this is how we see things more clearly. This is where we can see guidance from God a lot clearer, and this is where we basically get closer to God, especially in the hard times. Fasting is very important. And even myself, for a long time, I was a little bit resisting this fasting, because I am very much about a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating. I've also become a vegetarian. I used to eat meat, but I was never a fan of meat. It was like in my family, in my family I was told to eat meat, but I was never like really enjoying it. But anyway, it's everyone's different, yeah. But I always actually liked fresh things like fruit and veg, and this is how I am. But that's already light. So the lighter you eat, the closer you are to God. And fasting was something that I was scared of, It's like I don't know when to start. I don't know how to do it. I never really had a good example, anyone around me. I mean, yeah, I did, but yeah, actually I did have one person who was fasting, and I was always seeing like, wow, it's great, but myself, I was always, I guess, scared to just do it because it's something I've never done, and it's like scary. How can you not eat and go about your day? And actually, now that I did fast, it's actually good. You can really see the results, and sometimes you feel so light and so good and normal. You can go about your day, and sometimes you do feel like you don't even need food. And so this is when, first of it is like fear of, what's gonna happen if I don't eat. Like, what if I just, die? Or, yeah, that was my first fear that was in the way, that was blocking me. The second thing was actually fasting and thinking, oh, I really want to eat that thing I have in the fridge. Oh, I really want to, go there and have that thing, but I have to fast. So another thing is kind of having this patience, and but it is true. And then also, when you go through it, you see that you're not dependent on food so much, and you actually see that you were kind of obsessing over some foods too much, when in actuality it's it is food, but it's just food. It's not, it shouldn't be idolized in any way. Yes, like it's in the Bible, we should rejoice, right, when we have a meal, and we should enjoy our meal. However, food shouldn't be idolized in any way, and it shouldn't be, like nothing should be a bigger priority than God, because yeah, because then we will be kind of dependent on that, and we don't want it. We don't want to be dependent on some food. So yes, now there's so much choice out there, which is a good thing, but it can also be used against us, because it replaces, when you start valuing these things too much, they replace things that are actually supposed to be valued in life. And this is where it also gets a little bit deep, but yeah, gluttony is a sin, and overeating is not good for us. And balance, this is where the balance comes in, and this is when you truly feel more at peace, because it does get crazy when, you see someone obsessing over some food, like they want that food so bad. That's not healthy. That's from the devil. But when you have things in balance, when you can just enjoy and be at peace, and also not depend on it too much, like, okay, well, I'm not gonna have it and I'm fine with it, and also feel good, feel refreshed, feel healthy, and be with God. And this is how we can have a much better life as well. So be careful with that, because this world is very deceiving, very the devil can get creative too. So don't fall into it, and let's stay healthy, and let's have our best lives. Okay, so in this series I did cover 7 deadly sins. Of course, there's so much more. There's so many other ways that we are influenced to go against our nature, to go against God, and to go against our best lives, that we can go about and that we can make a positive change in every area of our lives. So I will be talking more about these things in other videos, so feel free to check it out. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. So bye.